Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is NURUL ZULAIKHA Binti ZAFRUL IMRAN and I would like to brief the introduction of this presentation. Board of Engineers Malaysia, or known as BEM, is established in 1967 through the Registration of Engineers Act. The responsibilities of BEM include registration and regulation of professional conduct and practice of engineers. Engineers have a crucial role in order to maintain public safety and sustainability. They also have to follow code of ethics in order to prioritize public safety, act in ethical manner, and minimize detrimental effects on environment and local populations. Code of ethics include aspects such as integrity, honesty, and commitment to public confidence. Engineers face challenges, but they also have the potential to make a positive impact on this world. So this presentation, we would like to discuss about issues and challenges faced by the engineers, Code of Conduct from Registration and Engineers Regulations 1990 and the potential solutions. The aim is to highlight the significant role of engineers in order to shape a better future of our planet. I would like to pass this presentation to FATIN NABILA.
Thanks, ZULAIKHA. For case study 1, on May 4, 2021, a worker died after being electrocuted while removing the conveyor belt after finishing the work activity of loading goods into a container at one of Selangor's industrial sites. According to the investigation, an inspection of the conveyor belt revealed that the control panel was in bad condition and the on-off button was broken. The broken section of the wire was taken out and the cable was just covering with rubber ducting. Wiring is composed of three major components: a conductor to transmit electrical current, insulation to prevent short circuit and protect humans from touching the wire, and strain relief to give mechanical strength. When only covered with rubber duct, the insulation is too weak and can induce an electrical shock, resulting in shock. Next, ethics for this case study is according to the Code of Conduct 24B. A registered person must always prioritize the public safety, health, and interest. In this case, an electrical engineer should examine and maintain the conveyor belt cable on a regular basis. They should not be misled by minor technical issues, particularly those involving electrical wires. Lastly, for solution and recommendation regarding this case is engineers should ensure that the industrial site has adequate electrical safety precaution in place. Next is engineers should perform routine inspection and maintenance within the period, such as once every 3 months, 6 months, and a year. Refer to type of machines. Thirdly, they should properly install and maintain electrical cable to avoid anything happen, such as electrical short, deaths, and so on. Next is they should provide safety training to workers in order to create safe and secure workplace that ensure safety of everyone involved. And lastly is they should create safety protocol for working in electrical system. Next, I will pass to NOEMILY for explaining about case study 2.
Thank you, Fatin. My name is NOEMILY and I will be presenting the case study 2. A JKR engineer pleaded not guilty in the session court on 14 October 2022 to taking 20,000 ringgit bribe for a slope rehabilitation project on Federal Road and Peninsula Malaysia State Road in 2019. He is a civil engineer who received RM20,000 from a man via an online money transfer from Ujitegu Resources to SBR Consultant, knowing that the man was connected to the accused official work. In a corruption case before the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court, the accused was granted RM35,000 bail and ordered to surrender his passport and report to the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC headquarters once a month. He faces 5 corruption charges for choosing a subcontractor for a road project in Gua Musang, Kelantan. Next, we will proceed with the ethic code for the case study 2. The first ethic code is Section 27, It states that a registered engineer shall not provide any gift or other valued incentive or pay a commission to trade fee to get professional employment. The second ethic code is 27A. It states that offer, grant, solicit, or receive directly or indirectly any contribution that may be interpreted as having the effect of influencing the award of a contract. Engineers should avoid corruption in the workplace to defend their personnel and the company's reputation. We will now move on to the solution and recommendation for the case study 2. The first solution and recommendation for the engineer is to always adhere to rules of ethics. Engineer must always adhere to ethical rules such as the Code of Ethics for Engineer established by the Board of Engineer Malaysia (BEM). Next is avoiding conflict of interest. Engineers should avoid circumstances where their personal interest or financial gain could conflict with their professional responsibilities. Engineers also should report any unethical behavior such as bribery or corruption to the appropriate authorities. Lastly, engineers need to preserve transparency. Engineers should preserve openness in their work and decision-making process and avoid any behavior that could undermine public confidence in their profession. That's all from me. Nalson will proceed with the case study 3.
Thank you, NOEMILY. I'm Nalson and we will proceed to the case study 3, Issues and Challenges. On 5th April 2019, a civil company is accused with accusation of causing a death and also not reporting the death of a worker to the Department of Occupational Health and Safety. The reason for the death is because of the negligence of the owner. The civil worker fell from the 4th floor at a construction site. He fell due to no strong or legit barriers provided in the building at the side of the walking path. Construction barriers are fences, signs, and other devices used on construction sites for the purposes of restricting movement of workers, vehicles, and equipment to only those areas needed for entry and exit and for carrying out the job. Next is the ethics in this case study. According to the Code of Conduct 26, as you can see below, a registered person shall not maliciously injure or attempt to maliciously injure, whether directly or indirectly, the professional reputation, prospect, or businesses of another registered person. An owner of a company, especially at the construction site, in this case should acknowledge all safety aspects to ensure a safe working environment. A barrier should be built at the side of the walking path for safety of all the users, the path especially at the above floors. Barriers are important because they serve as a preventive measure to keep public safety from any danger, like falling off from the 4th floor, and to keep areas safe from trespassers and traffic. Next, we will look into a solution and recommendation. Firstly, engineers should prioritize worker safety and adhere to industry standards for construction sites to prevent such incidents. Secondly, the engineers are responsible for ensuring that suitable safety measures are in place at building sites, such as providing adequate barriers and signage to restrict movement and protect workers from potential hazard. In this instance, the lack of sufficient barriers led to the death of a worker. Thirdly, the engineer should adhere to industry standards. Engineers must adhere to industry safety norms and regulations such as those published by OSHA Malaysia. Fourthly, engineers are also responsible for doing routine safety inspections, where regular safety inspections should be performed to identify and eliminate potential construction site risk. Fifth, another alternative is for the engineer to provide staff training, where construction site safety training should include instruction on the usage of personal protection equipment (PPE) and the identification of potential dangers. The sixth are all workplace accidents must be reported. Engineers should ensure that all workplace accidents, including fatalities, are promptly reported to the appropriate authorities, especially the Department of Occupational Health and Safety.
To summarize, engineers play a critical role in order to ensure public safety and maintain sustainability through their work. The Registration of Engineers Act 1967 that established Board of Engineers with main responsibilities in regulating the professional conduct and practice of engineers. Engineers are bound to follow the code of ethics that emphasize on preserving the public safety, ethical behavior, and also the effects of social and environmental of their works. This case study highlights the challenges faced by the engineers, particularly on the worker safety parts and adhering to industry standards. By incorporating the safety precautions, provide staff training, adhering to industry standards, and promptly reporting the accident at the workplace, an engineer can ensure a safe working environment and prevent such incidents in the future. In conclusion, engineers must ethically and responsibly carry their work to uphold the trust of the public and protect safety of the workplace. That's all from us. Thank you.